Everton's resurgence under David Moyes last season brought much-needed optimism back to Goodison Park. A 13th-place finish may not look glamorous on paper, but the club's climb away from the relegation battle during the second half of the campaign provided a foundation to build on. This summer has therefore been about capitalizing on that momentum, ensuring Moyes has the tools to push his side into the top half of the table. Some progress has already been made. Carlos Alcaraz, who impressed on loan last term, has joined permanently from Flamengo, while Thierno Barry has been signed for Villarreal. The blockbuster coup came in the form of Jack Grealish, brought in on loan from Manchester City after being told by Thomas Tuchel that regular football would be vital if he is to stake his claim for a World Cup place. But while Grealish's arrival has stolen the headlines, Everton still have one glaring vacancy: the right wing. The Toffees' search for an answer has been dominated by their pursuit of Southampton teenager Tyler Dibbling, but their multiple bids have all been rejected. That has led them towards a player closer to home, one who could provide the pace, power, and creativity Moyes craves on the right-hand side of his attack. Everton step up interest in Championship star. According to EFL analysis, Everton are lining up a move for Leicester City winger Abdul Fatawu, who has an estimated price tag of around £10 million. The Ghanaian international has long been admired for his dynamism in the final third, and with Leicester struggling financially after a turbulent few years, his name is firmly on Moyes' shortlist. Leicester's transfer business has been telling. The Foxes missed out on Richard Cohn, who opted for QPR, and there are fears that further sales may be required with Valencia circling around Harry Winks and Patson Daka. Against this backdrop, Everton see Fatawu as a realistic target. The 21-year-old joined Leicester permanently from Sporting Lisbon in 2024 after an impressive loan spell in the Championship. Mega money deals, controversial moves, and big-name flops. This is the home of transfer news and opinion across Football Fancast. His raw pace and ability to stretch defenses made him one of the most exciting young wingers in the league. Talent scout Jacek Kulik went as far as to call him unplayable. Everton are not alone in monitoring the situation, though. Aston Villa could enter the race should Leon Bailey depart for AS Roma, though for now, it is Everton who have shown the most concrete interest. Why Fatawu would be a big upgrade on Harrison? The potential signing of Fatawu would inevitably draw comparisons with Jack Harrison, who occupied Everton's right flank for much of last season while on loan from Leeds United. Harrison has since returned to Elland Road, leaving Moyes short of options in that role. Statistically, the contrast between the two players is stark. Harrison, now 28, managed just 1 goal and 1 assist across 34 Premier League appearances last season, per SofaScore. While his work ethic has never been in question, his lack of end product often left Everton blunt in attack. Fatawu, by contrast, offers significantly higher upside. At 21, his dribbling and progressive carrying ability are among the best in Europe, while his tackling and defensive numbers suggest he could thrive in Moyes' high-intensity structure. He is also far more direct, always looking to beat his man and create overloads in the final third. On the international stage, Fatawu already has 19 caps for Ghana, scoring twice, and is seen as a rising star in African football. His progress, however, was disrupted by a cruciate ligament injury that sidelined him for 29 matches last season. What makes him particularly attractive to Everton is his statistical profile. Few young wingers in Europe rank as highly across so many metrics. Such numbers point to a winger who is not only explosive going forward, but also relentless in his defensive contribution. For Moyes, whose system demands a high work rate from his wide players, that blend is invaluable. Moreover, his profile mirrors that of players such as Dan Doy, Nottingham Forest, and Brentford-bound Dango Ouattara, both highly sought-after wide players whose blend of speed and physicality has become increasingly valuable in the Premier League. For a relatively modest £10 million outlay, Everton would be securing a player whose trajectory points sharply upwards. The risk, of course, lies in his injury record, but his recovery has shown encouraging signs, and at his age, there is reason to believe he can overcome those setbacks. Landing Fatawu would also send a message. Everton have already made a statement by bringing in Grealish, but supplementing that with a hungry, high-ceiling talent on the opposite wing would transform the look of their attack. With Dominic Calvert-Lewin departing as a free agent and Abdul also moving on, Moyes is in the process of reshaping his squad. Fatawu fits the mold of what Everton need: energy, unpredictability, and a dash of star potential. Their opening fixture at Elland Road against Leeds will be an early test, but the season is long, and depth across the wide positions will be crucial. Fatawu may not be the finished product, but as an upgrade on Harrison and a player with genuine resale value, he could be one of the smartest additions of Everton's summer.